live and alive in the 915. What's going on, everyone? Happy Monday. It is June, and we are back with another edition of our Stay at Home Open Mic. It is our Monday night online open mic, and we are coming to you from El Paso, Texas. My name is Richie David Marrufo. I'll be your MC and host, and this is brought to you by Barbed Wire Open Mic Series, BWOMS. We are based in the U.S. El Paso, Mexico, Juarez, Mexico border, but because of Zoom and the internet, we're going to be able to and lucky enough to travel all around the country and all over the world in the snap of a finger. That's right. So it's like any other open mic. If you want to perform, all you have to do is sign up. We do have a decent list, but some people are not here yet. So if you're watching and if you're on the fence about performing, I will just say that we do have some room. So if you sign up early enough, we can get you on, right? The link to sign up is always going to be in the description of our YouTube video. Again, we're always trying to grow the channel because that boosts everyone's poems, everyone's art out to more people. So ways you guys can help us do that is by always liking the video. If you're watching, just click the like button. That's an easy thing to do. Interacting with us in the live chat, sharing the YouTube, so the video. We're live, of course. If you're here with us on Monday night, we're live. That's awesome. But of course, this is always available as a replay. So if someone is not available to watch live, then definitely share it with people who are interested. I want to give a shout out to people who were waiting. Thank you guys. As I always mention, you're the real ones. You guys are in the live stream waiting for us to go online. That is awesome. So I did see Dan in the chat. I also saw Shayna Summers. Great to see you guys, two performers. One is signed up and will be joining us later, and next one, hopefully next week, with some more poems. Other than that, just we'll take care of each other. This is an online space. Performers, I'm going to encourage you, as always, to share where people can follow and support you online, whether it be social media, if you have maybe like a YouTube page or anywhere you create where people can like support your work. That includes a book, any links. Other than that, yeah, let's have some fun with it. As always, I'm looking forward to hearing everyone's work. We do welcome original work, cover, poetry, prose, cover poems. That's something that we invite. It's not required, but if you have someone that you want to give tribute to by reading a piece of theirs, definitely that is acceptable and highly welcomed. It's a great way to like introduce more poets to more people. I know my students love it. Again, not again. If you're here from EPCC, download Passport, leave a little comment in the chat for us in the live chat, and I will let you know directions on how to get that QR code. Otherwise, some other things to keep in mind. Let us know you're here. That's it. Hang out with us in the live chat. Like, comment, where are you listening from? What poems are you feeling? Like, what kind of, just respond, because unlike a live show, these are different because we're performing, but we don't know who we're performing for. For the most part, the audience is intangible. Obviously, we have our regulars, which again, thank you for being a regular. But also, other than that, people tune in from anywhere and everywhere each week. And for the most part, everyone is really nice about it. So without further ado, I'm going to go and kick things off with our friend who couldn't make it last week. Today just you can't stop the poetry. So joining us from his hospital bed, that's right, South in Cleveland, Ohio today. Yeah, let's go ahead and welcome Doc Janning. Doc, I'm glad you're here with us. Go and take it away and kick things off today.
Will do. This and I wrote both of these poems while here in the bed. The first one is titled Diplopia. It's a medical term meaning double vision. Seeing you, twin, side by side, a wondrous view, a tableau of beauty, head to toe, and those faces shining with the kindness and love, blue eyes agleam with life. Ah, you are but one, though I love your twin too. And the second one is a little longer. And no, not really. But anyhow, it has no title. I've something to give you. the kundun, the hineni of me, a picnic in a park amid the green and warmth of a summer eve, amid its sense of life and poet and petrichor, amid the sounds of the river and wind. We need these sensations, their soothing peace. We need their kutch, their ambience, and each other. And I feel you beside me. I think of you, your kindness and Hineni, and I dream that evening of us. Thank you. But I have another if I have time.
Please go for it. Yeah.
Okay. It's I like to use the Portuguese term saudade. Uh, so the entire title is in Portuguese, Poema da Saudade e Amor. In other words, poem of yearning and love. I write of the yearning, of the longing, which is my life, yearning each day for your companionship, your love, longing ever in my loneliness for you, a poem of yearning for the glowing star in my sky of night, a poem of longing, of amomancy and enchantment, writing, thinking of my return to your arms, remembering I start writing, writing of my yearning, longing ever in my loneliness for you, a poem of yearning for you, glowing star in my sky of night, a poem of longing, of amomancy and enchantment, a poem of you, a poem of us.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing, Doc. And of course, we all wish you a speedy recovery. Keep us updated. And do you
Yeah,
have any announcements or anything before we move along?
nothing. Thank you. And I'm gonna have to log off. I'm just about ready to drop out
We're
after three
so
nights
glad you came.
3 nights of no sleep. So
It's
take care, everyone, and I hope to see you next week.
you take care.
Absolutely. We hope to see you too. Sleep well, Doc. I mean, it just you didn't have to call in, but thanks for sharing your pieces. We more than anything take care of your health, and we'll be here. We're here every Monday, so we look forward to seeing you
Right,
next
I
week.
know.
Hell yeah! All right,
Be
cool.
good.
All right,
And
cool.
if you can't be good at it.
If you can't
Just
be
don't get
good, be.
caught.
That's right. Awesome. Also, yeah, there's a lot of love in the chat right now in the live chat on YouTube for you, Doc. So yeah, shout out to Shayna and Sandy. Yeah, just wishing you
Gra-
well, man.
Gracias, everyone.
Cool. All
Good
right.
night.
Good night. Sleep well. Okay, we're going to continue with the online mic, and as we've done many times at the online mic, we have our Mike who is online. That's right. It is time for Mike Sindler. So when you're ready, going to kick things off. Happy Monday. Good to see you. Good to have you back too.
Okay, it's never been happier to be in the number 2 spot than now, letting Doc be first off. What a treat to see him back. I'm with you. Let's all send him as much good vibes as we can. And speaking of things with good vibes, lighthouseriders.org, wonderful, wonderful organization. Just can't even tell you. Just great stuff for whatever kind of writing you're doing. Y'all, hopefully, at least one or two of y'all did some things. Took advantage of Lit Fest. It was spectacular. This week has been, so many important holidays and things overlapping, and this whole month there's a lot of things. I'm going to start with the old poem for my dad as a little belated Father's Day, because it's so important and I miss him a lot. So this is called Let the End Be the End. Hair did not grow longer after you died. Shrinking skin underneath revealed the roots. No continuation should be implied. Let the end be the end. All else is moot. Though salt lingers and trails from tears I've cried, even in my sorrow I should speak truth, neither to falsely praise or to deride, else memory dissolves and dilutes. Yes, sometimes we clash, that can't be denied. All those unresolved, passionate disputes. Yet I hunger for wisdom you supplied, profuse harvest of nurturing sweet fruits. Mistakes were made that I can never mend. It's time now to let the end be the end. And of course, so importantly, this is this first week. Well, actually, it's not, but it's Pride Month. And so this one is called Your Singular Spark. Not an accident of birth or fate, not someone to fear or hate. You're just what you're supposed to be, even if it isn't what others see. Urges felt at first not understood from the beginning of childhood are sweet and beautiful and right, shouldn't be hidden out of sight. How you think or talk or act or dress does not make your love any less. What counts is to be yourself. You can't live for someone else to tell you what's wrong or what's right or wrong. They can't hear your inner song that knows from the first bar, he, she, they. Friends and allies understand all are okay, won't judge with biased minds or hearts if you transition gender's body parts. Will not leave you in the dark. We will treasure your singular spark. And I would go a little bit further with my stuff, but this is a kind of long hat poem, and if I have time after this, I want to do another cover rather than another of mine. Obviously, we're heading right into Juneteenth. And if there's any holiday we should be aware of right now, that's it. So this is by my favorite poet in the world, as a lot of people know, Langston Hughes. And it's called Let America Be America Again. Let America be America again. Let it be the dream it used to be. Let it be the pioneer on the plain, seeking a home where he himself is free. America never was America to me. Let America be the dream, the dreamer's dream. Let it be that great strong hand of love, where never kings connive nor tyrants scheme, that any man be crushed by one above. It never was America to me. Oh, let my land be a land where liberty is crowned with no false patriotic wreath, but opportunity is real and life is free. Equality is in the air we breathe. There's never been equality for me, nor freedom in this homeland of the free. Say you, who are you that mumbles in the dark? And who are you that draws your veil across the stars? I am the poor white, fooled and pushed apart. I am the Negro bearing slavery scars. I am the red man driven from the land. I am the immigrant clutching the hope I seek and finding only the same old stupid plan of dog eat dog, of mighty crush the weak. I'm the young man full of strength and hope, tangled in that ancient endless chain of profit, power, gain, or grab of the land, or grab the gold, or grab the ways of satisfying needs, of working the men, of take the pay, of owning everything for one's own greed. I'm the farmer, bondsman to the soil. I'm the worker sold to the machine. I'm the Negro servant to you all. I am the people, humble, hungry, mean, hungry yet today, despite the dream, beaten yet today, oh, pioneers. I am the man who never got ahead, the poorest worker battered through the years. Yet I'm the one who dreamt our basic dream in the old world while still a serf of kings, who dreamed a dream so strong, so brave, so true, that even yet its mighty daring sings in every brick and stone, in every furrow turned, that's made America the land it has become. Oh, I'm the man who sailed those early seas in search of what I meant to be my home. For I'm the one who left dark Ireland's shore and Poland's plain and England's grassy lay, and torn from black Africa's strand, I came to build a homeland of the free. The free? Who said the free? Not me. Surely not me. The millions on relief today, the millions shot down when we strike, the millions who have nothing for our pay, for all the dreams we've dreamed and all the songs we've sung and all the hopes we've held and all the flags we've hung, the millions who have nothing for our pay except the dream that's almost dead today. Oh, let America be America again, the land that never has been yet, and yet must be, the land where every man is free, the land that's mine, the poor man, Indians, Negroes, me, who made America, whose sweat and blood, whose faith and pain, whose hand at the foundry, whose plow in the rain must bring back our mighty dream again. Sure, call me any ugly name you choose. The steel of freedom does not stain. From those who live like leeches on the people's lives, we must take back our land again. America. Oh, yes, I say it plain. America never was America to me. And yet I swear this oath, America will be. Out of the rack and ruin of our gangster death, the rape and rot of graft and stealth and lies, we, the people, must redeem the land, the mines, the plants, the rivers, the mountains, and the endless plain, all the stretch of these great green states, and make America again. If there's ever been a poem that didn't lose its importance. Thank y'all so much.
Awesome. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. And of course, there's always a plug for Lighthouse Writers. Appreciate it. Cover poem that is timely. Like you said, it's timeless, right? It kind of always kind of relevant. Something I would call like an apro poem. You know. So awesome. Thanks for sharing those, your pieces plus the Langston Hughes. All right, and if you guys have not had a chance to read Langston Hughes, go check him out. If you need to borrow the collected works, I have a copy. So if you're in El Paso, I'll lend you a copy. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue onward. We're gonna come back to El Paso for our next performer, and as always, she's always holding it down. On Saturdays at Tumbleword is one of the best advertisements of like the great work that can be done, because a lot of our work's always written at Tumblewords, that's been published. So without further ado, as always, on a Monday, welcome Robin Schofield. Hey.
Hey, Richie. Hey, everybody. Happy Monday. It's been a strange Monday for me. I won't go into detail, but I just didn't have time to do a lot of things that I usually do. Anyway, I'm going to read two that I actually didn't write in Tumblewords, but I'll talk about Tumblewords later. I wrote this first one in a workshop with Naomi Shihab last September at the Desert Night Rising Stars Conference in Tempe at the Poetry Center there. So it's called New War, Old War. Red and white geraniums mesmerize blue orchard bees among white alyssum. I hear the students shouting in protest. Why can't there be peace everywhere, on earth as in the garden? I have a feeling that the sky is on fire. And then this one I wrote 2 years ago when I was in a workshop in England. And my friend Carl was talking about Spinoza. So Spinoza's words fail him. So the crow flew too close to the sun and scorched his voice. He croaks and doesn't sing like the melodious blackbird. Old earth, newly green, fields out of which God and his attributes and a hawk arise. Sun streaking him, huge sun, minute globes in the dark forest, proportion and geometry, slowly rotates. We also swirl in our madness for axiomatic proofs we don't feel. The title of my essay was Blood in the Garden, Rejecting Duality, the Many and the One, to make sense of the miscarriages. What rational, intelligible order, except that the midges float over the flocks. Their green blood is the logos, God and nature entwined. The newly planted wheat, white root and green leaf, the two sides, the green man with his mason's face as the material enters the spirit. The green and yellow meadow grounds my metaphysic. I am black blood and white bone, the duality incarnate. Is there a blackbird singing now? May I lie fallow for a long while in pantheistic nature, rain clouds following me. I have seeds, I drop them, numberless as the foxglove. No individual revelations, yet I sprout up among the many, grapevines from my right hand. Mathematical methods should yield a pure truth, growing and growing, all things within God, reaching around a stone column, huge sun glowing, the green man looking over the priest's shoulder into his holy book. Deliver me as the crow reveals me. Deliver me, sunlit vineyard. And then in honor of Pride Week, I want to read this poem by Muriel Rukeyser. And I've read it before, but I just can't get over how timely it is, even though she wrote it in 1968, or maybe because she wrote it in 1968. And I looked up some stuff about her, and she was bisexual, but she was mainly, it seems like mainly a lesbian. She fell in love with a German guy when she was in Spain for the Spanish Civil War. He got killed, and then she was with a woman the rest of her life. I mean, after she got over that. So anyway, very interesting. This poem is called Poem. I lived in the first century of world wars. I lived in the first century of world wars. Most mornings I would be more or less insane. The newspapers would arrive with their careless stories. The news would pour out of various devices, interrupted by attempts to sell products to the unseen. I would call my friends on other devices. They would be more or less mad for similar reasons. Slowly, I would get to pen and paper, make my poems for others unseen and unborn. In the day, I would be reminded of those men and women, brave, setting up signals across vast distances, considering a nameless way of living of almost unimagined values. As the lights darkened, as the lights of night brightened, we would try to imagine them, try to find each other, to construct peace, to make love, to reconcile waking with sleeping, ourselves with each other, ourselves with ourselves. We would try by any means to reach the limits of ourselves, to reach beyond ourselves, to let go the means, to wait. I lived in the first century of these wars. And I do want to say that I have a book available. It's from Mouthfeel Press, or you can hit me up on email or Facebook. It's almost all the poems were written in tumble words, even the longish ones. So hit me up for the book. It's got a lot of cool eco poetry in it, and it's also about me and my dog walking around. So do try to come to Tumble Words at 1 o'clock on Saturdays, Mountain Time. Okay, back to you, Ricky.
All right. Thank you, Robin. It was always appreciated, and you guys are killing it with the cover poem so far. Awesome. All right, we're gonna go ahead and continue. We're moving around our list a little bit and trying to see who's here with us. Again, thanks for tuning in for our online mic. We do this every Monday. So again, if you want to join us next week to read some poetry, to perform, even some music, then come by. That's all I'll say. We do not have any in-person open mics this week. Normally we have a Tuesday night show, but finally get to take a Tuesday off. Looking forward to that. So just don't go downtown looking for the open mic like we usually have it. But we'll be back the following Tuesday at Mono Bar. So just a heads up for those of you who do attend our in-person mics. All right, we're going to go ahead and continue on and join our friend in Allentown, Pennsylvania. We've got Kazi Kaz with the Kaz poetry. So when you are ready, go ahead and take it away. Welcome back. Good to see you.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Richie. Yes, thank you, man. It's good to see you too. I know I've been lost a little bit, just dealing with life, man. But here I am. Excuse me. All right, so I have this piece. This is titled "The Poem That Never Was." I want to ABC the DEs of your FGs so that I can HI the JKs of your elemental Ps. Then I'll Q the RSTs of the U's in your V's while Wing the X's of the Y's in your Z's. Wording letters into sentences which run on paragraphs, which I might add, subtract the multiplied divisions of my fractions algebraically triggered nometry. Now you can calculate the geometry of my being sorry for forgiving your apology. I'm realizing whom I've always been while being told I never was or ever will be. But you can never kill the real me. In my tree, I'm the positive skepticism of my family's nepotism's defense mechanism, like plagiarism's eloquently elegant exorcism. I'm next of kin to the symphonied similes of metaphorically orchestral soliloquies, which proficiently prohibit the indubitably iniquitous indignities of my perpetually prolific proclivities, emancipating my freedom's liberties from the ramifications of their consequential repercussions, which came with no compunction, instructions, or introductions, just delusional illusions and accusatory assumptions. Meanwhile, I'm manufacturing poems to distribute through my vocal cords for mass production's mass consumption. I'm starving hunger's famine by going ham, cheesing a Colgate smile from here to denial, which so many are in. Accusing blame's guilty culpability of being at fault for liability's sin. Bad decisions, gaping goats, so as to bypass admissions of mistaken errors and blatant terrors. I'm denying plausibility's irresponsibility. Because even if I lie to you, I'm telling the truth. So pick the selection that you decided to choose. I opt to let loose, so I can rock by the clock into a truce with no hands, luring the minutes, seconds into busy intersections of wrist watching tick-tocking sands of time spans standing still, while ages of epic errors fight to acquit my absolved exonerations, which is still running up quite the bill, causing the planets to bounce off the moons of Saturn in grandma knitted quilted patterns, somewhat ripped, shredded, torn, and tattered. Ill. I sent the grievance to the spaz of the unsightly face of hysteria. It's truly repugnant, his twisted plan, one flagrant, I swear to God, really pitiful, who literally has been dropping the ball. Because see, while Eve was eating Adam's apple, Eden was nowhere to be found. Meanwhile, Jill was on the hill jumping Jack and Jehoshaphat with the pail of water she fetched from the stretched depths of hell's back and beyond the ponderings of yonder's wildest imagination. So I sat there wondering, maybe I'm missing something that I missed for nothing. But I'm executing revolutionary resolutions for retributional restitution, hence evolution's ergo, allowing my prestos changos to see the prestige which my abracadabra's hocus to pocus. Voila. Thank you.
It's awesome, man. Always a fan of the wordplay and just the poetry, the prose that packs a punch. How can people follow and support you online?
Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Definitely, I'm on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. I'll post it online. I'll post it on the chat.
All right, cool, perfect. We'll go ahead and also share that. Thank you so much for that piece. That's always so much fun. I'm a big fan of like just wordplay and tongue twisters and the kind of a connective thread and visual metaphors and puns.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I love playing with words and the different crazy ways to combine them. Yes. Yeah.
A feast for the senses. I
Yes.
love it. Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. Thanks again for joining us. Kazi Kaz, everyone. What is up?
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, put in that chat and we'll post it over to our awesome peeps that are hanging out with us online. I see Sandy there is very active. It's always great to see Sandy, you here hanging out with us, leaving comments. It does mean a lot. I really really do appreciate that. Dang, I need water. Okay. So let's go ahead and continue. Let's see. We're going to make our way back to El Paso, back to EP, Texas, because we got the one, the only, Mr. Monday Night with a background that is unfamiliar, but it's always looking good, man. Let's go ahead and welcome to the show, Kit Ren.
Yes, hello from an undisclosed location. Yes, thanks everyone for joining us as we do every Monday. Gonna do some stuff from the lab and then a cover poem. You know, it's they're reading that short story for 6 weeks. You know, I have to get used to my own work again. What an odd thing to do to yourself. What's the matter with you, kid? Oh. People loved the hues of sunsets, so the gods invented neon signs. Close enough, right? You can still see strange and wondrous lights, but still be reminded of what's important. Like products. People loved to be alone. So the gods invented the telephone so that people could be alone together at great distances. World collapsing, world expanding, accordion world with no bearings. We will give alone the competitive edge that may be missing from your life. It's clear by now that the gods are reacting instead of creating, and that they are mistaken about the nature of the world they steward. We showed them the birds, and they made a trademarked clothing logo. It's still in courts. They turned my favorite magazine into a jar of pills. They won't tell me what the pills do. They're so anxious and sweating. They know they're fucking up. And the pressure pushes the gods to more elaborate attempts at grandeur. They have mistaken the byproducts of love for love. They are scooping shit in their mouths and complimenting our cooking. I would like new gods, please. These ones are broken. And let's see. Here's the. My shadow has been missing for several days. I think it has been drinking again. He orders strange things that sound impressive and foreign. My friends in the industry say my shadow is the only reason they have certain bottles on call. I do not fear my shadow. I do not see him as bad or malign. I don't think anyone is in any immediate danger. But when only my shadow was around me, I with a sensible fruit sour, and he with some aperitif that smells like pink thinner. Well, I talk a lot of reckless shit to my shadow. And to me, it's just blowing off steam. But my shadow advocates for me in his realms, just as I advocate for him to you just now. And he may see injustice in my funny stories. He can turn steam back into the living fire. These all came from Tumblewords. These are all interesting. These are all unfinished. But isn't everything? This one's about Edgar Allan Poe from the workshop Sandy Torres did in March on that same subject. Edgar himself was dying on the streets of Baltimore, dehydrated, disoriented, confused. He had been rounded up in a scheme. He was ordered to vote in one precinct, make his way to the carriage that would carry him to another precinct. There were the followers of Henry Clay who wanted America to be a verb, roads, canals, waterways, a great becoming, and those who followed Calhoun, who thought America already was, and that kings and dukes had all been bad before, but now the cottonseed picked the right ones. Clay's party avoided talking about slavery. They did not like it, but they regarded talking about it as impolite. Calhoun's party was proud of it. Poe has few recorded thoughts on the politics of his day, but in The Pale and Sickly Resident of the House of Usher, The Fragile Architecture, and Untended Fields, we can choose to see prophecy. We can choose to see a dropped luminous object glowing even after being stepped on by the electioneer, frustratedly shoving Edgar into a ditch, having gotten 2 votes from him, which is all the potential that he sees in man. Never a dull moment here. And for my cover poem, I've picked a somewhat long, but I'm stalling, giving some people time to make it if they can. But I've picked The City in Which I Loved You by Lee Young Lee. And when, in the city in which I love you, even my most excellent song goes unanswered, and I mount the scabbed streets, the long shouts of avenues, and tunnels sunken night in search of you, that I negotiate fog, bituminous rain rining like teeth into the beggar's tin, or two men jackling a third in some alley, weirdly lit by a couch on fire, that I drag my extinction in search of you. Past the guarded schoolyards, the boarded up churches, swastikaed synagogues, defended houses of worship, past newspapered windows of tenements, along the violated, the prosecuted citizenry, throughout this storied, buttressed, scavenged, policed city I call home, in which I am a guest, a bruise, blue in the muscle, you impinge upon me. As bone hugs the ache home, so I'm vexed to love you. Your body the shape of returns, your hair a torso of light, your heat I must have, your opening I'd eat. Each moment of that soft-finned fruit, inverted fountain in which I don't see me. My tongue remembers your wounded flavor, the vein in my neck adores you. A sword stands up between my hips, my hidden fleece send forth its scent of human oil. The shadows under my arms, I promise, are tender. The shadows under my face. Do not calculate, but come, smooth other, rough sister. Yet how will you know me among the captives? My hair grown long, my blood motley, my ways trespassed upon. In the uproar, the confusion of accents and inflections, how will you hear me when I open my mouth? Look for me, one of the drab population under fissured edifices, fractured artifices. Make my various names flock overhead, I will follow you. Hew me to your beauty. Stack in me the unaccountable fire. Bring on me the iron leaf, but tenderly. Folded 100 times increased, I'll not crack. Threshed to excellence, I'll achieve you. But in the city in which I love you, no one comes. No one meets me in the brick clefts, in the wedged dark. No finger touches me secretly. No mouth tastes my flawless salts. No one wakens the honey in the cells, finds the humming in the ribs, the rich business in the recesses, hulls clogged. I continue laden, translated by exhaustion and time's appetite. My sleep abandoned in bus stations and storefront stoops, my insomnia erected under a sky crosshatched by wires, branches, and black flights of rain. Lewd body of wind jams me in the passageways. Doors slam like guns going off. A gun goes off. A pie plate spins past, whizzing its thin tremolo. A plastic bag, fat with wind, barrels by and slaps a chain link fence, wraps it like clung skin. In the excavated places, I waited for you, and I did not cry out. In the derelict rooms, my body needed you, and there was such flight in my breast during the daily assaults. I called to you, and my voice pursued you, even backward to that other city, in which I saw a woman squat in the street beside a body and fan with a handkerchief flies from its face. That woman was not me, and the corpse lying there so still it seemed with great effort, as though his whole being was concentrating on the hole in his forehead. So still I expected he'd sit up any minute and laugh out loud. That man was not me. His wound was his death not mine. And the soldier who fired the shot then lit a cigarette, he was not me. And the ones I do not see in cities all over the world, the ones sitting, standing, lying down, those in prisons playing checkers with their knocked out teeth, they are not me. Some of them are my age, even my height and weight. None of them is me. The woman who is slapped, the man who is kicked, the ones who don't survive, whose names I do not know, they are not me forever. The ones who no longer live in the cities in which you are not, the cities in which I looked for you. The rain stops, the moon in her breaths appears overhead. The only sound now is a far flapping. Over the National Bank, the flag of some republic or other gallops like water on fire to tear itself away. If I feel the night move to disclosures or crescendos, it's only because I'm famished for meaning. The night merely dissolves, and your otherness is perfect as my death. Your otherness exhausts me like looking suddenly up from here to impossible stars fading. Everything is punished by your absence. Is prayer then the proper attitude for the mind that longs to be freely blown, but which gets snagged on the barb called world, that toothache, the actual? What prayer would I build, and to whom? Where are you in the cities in which I love you? The cities daily risen to work and to money, to the magnificent miles and the gold coasts. Morning comes to this city vacant of you. Pages and windows flare, and you are not there. Someone sweeps his portion of sidewalk, wakens the drunk, slumped like laundry, and you are gone. You are not in the wind, which someone notes in the margins of a book. You are gone out of the small fires and abandoned lots where human figures huddle, each aspiring to its own ghost between brick walls in a space no wider than my face. A leafless sapling stands in mud. In its branches, a nest of raw mouths, gaping and cheeping, scrawny fires that must eat. My hunger for you is no less than theirs. At the gates of the city in which I love you, the sea hauls the sun on its back, strikes the land which rebukes it. What ardor in its sliding heft, a flameless friction on the rocks. Like the sea, I am recommended by my orphaning. Noisy with telegrams not received, quarrelsome with aliases, intricate with misguided journeys. By my expulsions have I come to love you. Straight from my father's wrath, and long from my mother's womb, late in this century and on a Wednesday morning, bearing the mark of one who's experienced neither heaven nor hell. My birthplace vanished, my citizenship earned. In league with stones of the earth, I enter without retreat or help from history. The days of no day, my earth of no earth. I re-enter the city in which I love you, and I never believed that the multitude of dreams and many words were vain. Okay, so 8 into my plug time, but real quick, the Tumble Words Project. This Saturday, you've heard it name drop throughout the night, but this Saturday, Monica Gomez, very long time present in El Paso Arts, will be our host with the workshop, The Sense of Touch. And then next week, and then, on June 29th, Fernando Antonio Montejano, who you can have wake you up every morning if you so choose on Kiss FM. We'll be addressing you in the afternoon on June 29th with My Soul Sings Revelations. So, all right, thank you all very much. Still great that we get so many people here every week. We'll hand it back to Richie now.
All right. Thank you, Kit. Awesome. Thank you for, you guys are choosing such spectacular cover poems, you know. It's been fun to hear them all so far. Shout out to everyone again who's hanging out with us online in the chat. Samuel Wilson, great to see you again as always. Thanks for being here with us. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get international, and we're gonna go ahead and make a stop in India, where our next performer hosts a show called The Fertile Brains. So if you guys are interested, you can look that up on Facebook. We've got the unruly poetaster, Prasanna Kumar. What's going on, man? Good to see you again. As always, welcome back to the show. Hey.
Thanks, Richie. Thanks for having me. Hi, Michael. Hi, Kate. That was profound. Thank you, Cozy, for accepting. And hi, Tanish. Seeing you after a long gap. and all. Here is my piece. It happens. Not that I can't write, not that I can't compose, not that I can't express, not that I can't convey. You can't always ink the mind, you can't always tune the mood, you can't always shine with the expression, you can't always articulate the impression. That's why I'm floundering in the waters of emotion, wading through the feelings. How could I exit my fondness? How could I serenade under dark skies? Perhaps the weather is not in my favor. Maybe the wind doesn't not intend the Jafar to blow with your flavor. Yes, this might be the reason the season has curbed my vision. Fail I to recite a poem in praising your sweet deception. Worry not, as you ever remind in my heart with an eternal elation. Thank you. Thanks for allowing me.
Yeah, awesome,
And
awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say that you all, and I would be happy if you all come on Sundays every Sunday 7 p.m. Indian Standard Time on Zoom. So I'll be posting the Zoom link. So Michael happy to come once. So I wish you to come. Thank you. Rich.
Of course, yeah, and I left the comment, but just so that you know, that's an awesome hat that you're wearing there. Very nice hat. Cool. Thank you for sharing. Cool. And again, any links, feel free to share. But again, you can just look up the Fertile Brains on Facebook, and you can be kept up to date.
Yeah, maybe later. I think I could just personally share with Michael.
That's right. That's right. Thank you. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and continue. We're gonna go ahead and move things forward. Oh, hold on. I'm on an old list here. I'm like, that person's not here. Man, I have too many windows open. Next up, oh yeah, okay, cool. We got Tanish in the house, joining us from San Francisco, and joined with some awesome lighting. And yeah, we weren't used to seeing daylight in your scene, because it's usually late. But always good to see. Welcome, Tanish. Welcome back. Take it away when you are ready.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put some stuff in the chat. I don't know if you all heard about Gustav Solace. Did you hear about him? I just found out today. So I'm putting that GoFundMe. I'm putting
Good. I was going to do that. So
link to the book and then my website, but then also Gustav. It's very sad. Because he's such a sweet guy. So anyway, yeah, so beyond that, I guess I'm just gonna read from the book. I guess I'll do one for Palestine, and it's sort of like about what happens, how they treat people here, is how they treat people overseas, and just the level of indignity and the level of inhumanity travels wherever we do, or our military does. So I guess I'll just do this one first. And the wind takes me in waves down sidewalks of the living, rooms into windows of lives. We see street side survival in the eyes of hungry love. It swooshes my cigarette smoke into an S of a cloud of a fog, inching closer to the ground as night falls on the streets, in sheets like midnight linen. Cover us, protect us, our hair, the strands, wildly splaying, flailing arms of firecrackers spread out to rest on the underside of a kind of bedding only you can provide. The disarray of a day dismayed as dimes strewn round the street, the sidewalk, someone struts, crouched low, nails scraping, collecting their next meal. Got any change today, sings a soprano who shattered stained glass once in a church cathedral, the shards sharpened by trickle down, cascading shimmer of pretty spears. Years ago, but still falling, they cut, skin tender, they bleed. My arms, which spout red fountains, my mind can't make it up, can't make itself up, can't make it up to them, trapped in this funnel. How do we stay soft in a downpour of cut, when where does it come from but us, the US? But look, I don't have to, but look at the child with concave skull and feel, I feel, do you? My heart sprouts blood red bread for her to rest on. And then I guess I'll do this one and then I'll just do a cover. So I have like that one and then this one. A self-portrait in a moment of earthly paradise. A prayer I've heard since I was a baby finds me again through different channels. Ekonka. Mud has a way of bringing me closer to people. Satnam. Squish my toes in and I vibrate with the hum of the earth's core. Kartapura. I attract the universe with my intention. Nirvo. Leading with a fearless heart. Nirve. Thoughts escape the revenge cycle. Akal Murat. Love is endless everywhere. It's omnipresent. Ajuni Sepang. In death and in life, we are infinite. Infinite. My mom, my Nanaji, both passed. Nana sends me $300 twice in 1 week on the ground, but I hide it for whoever lost it finds me again, left in an ATM. Guru Prasad, Guru Nanak, Jesus, Muhammad, all here to give humanity what we needed, exactly when and where they came to be. Jap, meditate, and earth absorbs you. Ad such. Truth in humans is the word. To God such. Over time, it's been distorted. Heavy such to mask depraved actions. Nanak Hose be such. When words match actions, we are one. With words, with birds, with love and sun and moon and sea, we see together. And then I wanted to do this cover of Tarita McKell. She's a poet in the thank you guys. She's a poet in the Bay, and she's awesome. And Yeah, this is the last poem in her book. This book came out a few years ago, and she's got a new one out. I have it, but I haven't read that one yet. Remember, and it's got the hyphen between the re and the member, so it's like, I don't know, that's important. Remember when stars kissed your eyes? You looked at me, talked about the teapot constellation in 77, year of the snake, same year that child was born, remembering she'd been here before when she got old enough to explain it. Remember how she'd reach for her mama quick, smooth, like Oru no Mamu's snake, reacting to a sudden gust of wind. She'd move just like that. Real sensitive, that child's arc knowledge tree. Could have birthed more like her in this world if Noah's Ark deluge story hadn't drowned so many sacred spines of every kind. But she made it. We made it. Chariot, let us ride from the other side, where redeemers of dreams abide. No, you wouldn't know their names. More than you or I can count. Sealed in eternity's wheel, this little light we shine, we let divine sign. Who's we, you ask? Our cadres from lives past. Hear them? We do. They got our back. That's it. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Yes. Thanks again for everything. Thanks for sharing that link for Gustav, of course, and as well as your website and book. Congrats again on the book, Denise. Thank you so much. Cool. All right. Let's go ahead and switch things up. Stars. Yeah, there we go. I was sharing links here in the live chat. So if you are hanging out with us in YouTube and the live chat, all those links mentioned. Oh, I just need to copy and paste the link here to help support Gustav, one of the members of our community, and Gustav has read here before as well in the past. So, yeah, whatever you can offer to help, that's the GoFundMe. Alrighty then, let's go ahead and continue. Next up, we are gonna go from San Francisco to Canada, Ontario, Canada, where we have Cassie up on the mic. What's going on, Cassie? Can you hear me? The question is, can we hear you?
Yeah.
Do the robot dance. It's okay. Your video's off, so we can't see you. So that's where my imagination's gonna go. Ready when you are.
All right. Thank you. I do always like to know whether I sound like a robot because it's so unpredictable. But how is the audio tonight? Is it manageable?
Sounds good so far.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, unfortunately, sometimes I do like my own mic check with a voice recording, but it doesn't seem to be related to my mic. It seems to be related to my internet, so it's hard to know. Okay, so this first one is called Miscellaneous Junk. Say I were to unfold all the parts of me that hold me back, lay them out on the table, have a good look at them. Would I find some junk from 20 years ago that I picked up and never put down because I thought surely I might need it someday? Perhaps notions about my capability, a rusty hacksaw for cutting into my self-efficacy, wariness of my own gender, of femininity, an old pendant I wore for warding off confusing danger, itchy discomforts, a deep quest for good enough, lovable enough, a gnawing ice cream scoop, overused for scraping up a myriad of things, love, desire, and piling them into a cavern inside, where I should instead be looking to marvel at all the stalagmites that reside. All right. And I have another one that I'm going to read. I'm just trying to make sure I have it here in front of me. It's called The Marvelous Pause. Miraculous things, they happen all the time. Under the deep sea, a patch of moss at the bottom of your teacup. The sun becomes completely eclipsed, a yellow glow hangs across the entire horizon. Daytime is paused, and then just like that, the sun resumes its duties. The world keeps turning. The robins go back to their normal hunting for worms in the lawn. Humans return to their desk jobs and crosswords. It's funny, the marvelous is always at our fingertips, within our line of sight. One moment we're basking in it, and the next someone has hit the resume button on the mundane, and we slip back into the haze of the unremarkable, of just another day. Okay, and then I have a cover poem by Ruth Awad called Reasons to Live. Because if you can survive the violet night, you can survive the next. The fig tree will ache with sweetness for you in the sunlight that arrives, at first at your window, quietly pawing, even when you can't stand it. And you'll heavy the whining floorboards of the house, filled with animals as hurt and as lost as you. And the bearded irises will form fully in their roots, their golden manes swaying with the want of spring. Live, live, live. One day you'll put your hands in the earth and understand that an afterlife isn't promised, but the spray of scorpion grass keeps growing, and the dogs will sing their whole bodies in praise of you, and the red buds will weigh down their pink crowns, and the rivers will set their stones and ribbons at your door, if only you will let the world soften you with its touching. Okay, so that is what I have for poetry. If you are curious to read more of my poetry, I sporadically but do periodically share things on my Instagram. If you're on Instagram, you can follow me at Relentless Intrigue. All right, thank you, Richie.
Yeah, no, thank you. Appreciate it. Relentless Intrigue. You can find her there. She's a tree. Hold on, let me get back to the spotlight. Yeah, so very nice comment from Sandy too in the live chat. Sandy wrote, Cassie's voice could hypnotize me. And certainly that's true. That's not the first time I've heard a comment like that. And yeah, as always, thanks for sharing. I got up a little too fast. I was laying back to enjoy the poetry and I got up. So I got a little bit of a head rush. All right, guys. Hey, once again, welcome to our online open mic. It's great to have you guys here. Looking at the list, and we're going to go ahead and go from Canada to Washington, D.C., where we got our next poet who can be all that he can be. He's got some jokes and poems. If you know him, you know him. That's right. It's time to get fantastic with Mr. Ed Poetastic. Ed, when you're ready, go and take it away. Oh, you're muted.
Thank you. Sorry about that technology issues, but thank you. I want to say something else. Thank you so much, Dark Janning, for grazing with your presence. I hope you. We hope for you to pull together very soon. Okay, my name is Ed Potastic, Fantastic. Please tell me you can join my rhyme Fafo Sublime. I got 10 jokes, 3 poems, so I won't take too much time. Basically it's Father's Day jokes, so I hope you guys could get a kick out of them. I'm sure I did. First Father's Day joke is, oh, hi Tanish, you rock. How can you tell if a pig is hot? It's bacon. What did the beach say when the tide came in? Long time no see. Why should you not use an unsharpened pencil? It's pointless. Why did the old man fall down the well? He couldn't see that well. Why do turkeys play percussion? They have drumsticks. What did you give the dentist of the year? A little plaque. Where do daddy deer stop for coffee? Starbucks. What do you call a father lion's family? His pride and joy. What did the electrician do to his misbehaving son? He grounded him. And last but not least, what do you call a misleading commercial about Father's Day? False dadvertising. Jokes. Okay, first poem is called Happy Father's Day by Neela Ras. Fathers are for carrying us whenever we are in this world. Fathers are best nurse. Fathers are for loving us from the bottom of his heart. He works for us for dawn to dusk. Whenever we are falling down, fathers are for conducting help. He's always there for us to settle down. Fathers are for sharing love. If we are children or adult, fathers always wisdom dove. Fathers are for showering heedfulness. Whenever we are a boy or girl, they are always known for carefulness. Fathers are for guiding us whenever we are sad or hurt. Fathers are our best nurse. Happy Father's Day to you. May you always shine. Our love for you is always new. Thank you. And I got another Father's Day poem. This is called Rooted Shadow. Rooted shadow to the shadow. Sometimes blood is thicker than water. No direction, God is our Father. My blood is boiling hotter, hotter, and hotter. My clear tears feel like raging salt water. A swollen heart bursts from confusion, chasing Quezra an easy end. I got into so many inner executions. I couldn't comprehend the struggles that transcend. A shadow dances on eggshells, nails, and glass, praying for God to offer a holy sign. You know, a little sunlight for this little grass. Too bad the line to divine was declined. I was alone with a name I didn't understand. Had an empty heart, emptier hands. I bathed in emptiness and loneliness firsthand, trying to understand the foggy meaning how to be a man. Every single Father's Day, I was completely alone. There's no joys of celebrating past times. The grief was slowly melting my bones. I was young, yet I wasn't in my prime. Remembering cries fall on deaf ears, no light in my mental cave. The inner mockings of my fears. My depression comes in millions of waves. My existence flickers in the chaotic storms. My mind boggles the concepts of who am I, the echoes wishing I wasn't born. I couldn't see a glimmer of light in my inky sky. Why I learned the deepest depth of life. The virtue is that you really don't need family. Yes, life is full of inner and outer spite. Truly love wherever you are, but don't be hazy unhappy. Remember that empty loneliness is a great teacher. Whenever you plant a tiny seed, be there to make it stronger, now weaker. Do whatever necessary to proceed to make him or her succeed. Thank you. I got one more. This is called Painful Legacy. My name, with a clouded mind soaked in ideas of being misled, while a broken heart plied thoughts of his misfortune of being dead. A faded legacy of family members wishing to know everything about you, with a vision of an infamous man being simple joke and a formal tool. I'm a bastard from a man whose heart is made from onyx or maybe granite, yet I crawl away from your shadow made from stupid shit. My faded life was not bliss, soft, or kind, but instead it stacks you up and then round kicks you in the behind. I cry thunderstorms and hurricanes to howl your name. yet I feel so cold, bitter, and ashamed. I drink my salty tears like ageless wine, bitter beer, and spicy rum, while wrathful hearts beats faster than any war drum. The vast fissures in my mournful heart cries each and every time I try to drown out the stinging ashes of the past, so hurtful, crazy, and gray. I'm just a lonely, dark shadow wanting you in the past, yet you were never there. Who am I kidding? You hardly care. Devilish kids are making whimsical jokes, stinking like acid rain. I pray for you to come while absorbing the scorching pain. Kids will be kids, yet their words scorch my fragile soul, but it helps to open my eyes and swallow the pain sevenfold. The toxic smell of cigarettes paints a complete picture of you, Dad. It creates an overwhelming burden in my mind that makes me sad. The vermilion soaked needles and arrows poking away at my fatherless existence. Try my hardest to carry my boulder off to the distance. Every Father's Day, I have no one to show my everlasting gratitude to, yet labeled as a confused remnant in a pun to a joke of the fool. Dad, doesn't my name or existence cross your brick skull mind? I guess not, just like I remain hazy, confused, and blind. The blackened sun still shines in this confused and hurtful soul. Maybe in the future, I can have a pure sun to hold. Thank you.
Wow, Ed, those always catch me off guard, man. So, how can our fine people follow and support you online?
Well, you could support me online while coming to this wonderful open mic that makes your money life so delight in the wonderful fantastic spotlight. And let's not forget about tumble words. If you want to boost your wonderful writing skills, come so Kit can pay the bills and send you little chills. Hope that was appeal. But my Facebook is Eddie Foreman and my IG is Eddie Foreman 92. And remember, if the mic is right, I'll be there to sign my protested insight. If you're sending a request, we take yes. The answer is yes. Hope everyone stay healthy, safe, and blessed. Never stop spewing or singing the wonderful words inside your chest. Never stop feeling and being and doing your best. And remember, you're more important than you ever know. Don't stop your flow and never stop your glow. If you don't know, now you know. How I love this show.
Awesome, man. Appreciate that. That's like the bonus piece after the pieces. The jokes, poems, and an epic send off as always. All right. Hey guys, thanks for joining us once again for our online mic. I'm trying something completely new right now. As always, we do have our closer, but before that, got to open up for the closer. So I'm gonna try out a newer piece of equipment. I haven't used it online, so I don't know how it's gonna sound. So this is one way for me to test it out. I usually do this live and in person, but I do have my microphone looper. So check it out. I'm gonna mute this mic. Bring up this mic. So it might sound a little more weird. I have some cables that are kind of weird. But that's what I have with me right now. And just really quick, this is my vocal looper. You might see some musicians mess with something like this, perhaps maybe one of the more visible and pronounced, Mark Rabelais, Reggie Watts, two awesome improvisational musicians. See, the sound's being a little weird. Sorry. Cool. Can you guys hear me all right? I know the sound isn't perfect, but we're going to try some stuff here. So yeah, it's pretty much a tabletop instrument, and I don't have a whole lot of table space, so I'm going to try not to go too hard here. Yeah, but have a couple of my own pieces after this. Again, I'm opening up for Dan. I see Dan right there, ready to go after Kit, on Kit's screen. Sorry, not after Kit. Here, let me try something. Oh, the right channel might be kind of messed up. Okay. You know what? This might not work the way I wanted to. Anything that you hear is on purpose, okay? All the static and rumbling.
It was working so well before.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. First it was the fox, and then so much more. As Brother Bear becked his breath, it was the conch, creates the blues and blessings of creation. Aye, Paso, let us through to thrive. Check it. We're running now. Running now. We're running now. First was the fox, and so much more. As Brother Bear becked his breath, it was the conch, creates the blues and blessings of creation. Yo, first, yo, first, yo. You gotta plant your roots. Let them grow. Check. All right, that's the sound check. 1, 2, 2, 2. Okay. Yeah, that's just an abridged version of a beat that I do called Desert Rituals. It has the poem, but let's just go ahead and try something else. Yeah, so I might not have it all sounding perfect, but here we go. Here's one last piece before I go over to Dan. Sunken over notebooks and midnight scribbles and badminton views, the muse of these melancholy hills. The gibberish will have the right to choose. Love over lust, trust over rush from stardust. We want freedom now and forever. The force can hurt, they can also heal. As a lover of language, it was revealed. We sling that linguistic freeform stone born in the synapses. The synopsis of hospice, we got this. Yet you know how we getting wicked with that beat and that melody. There's a remedy for the music, the movement, the moment. We know this intelligence and the elegance is simply what we'll own this. Coming to you now with that boom bap beat, cause we want justice, we want it now. Ain't no time for clowning around. So gather your people and march in your town. Let them learn and churn for something with meaning. We're seething. If you're angry about the world, keep it coming. Let them hear you roar, let them free you more. Strike your foot down, raise your fist up, point it to the sky and fly. Up and away for like us. So the people we hinted, we meant it, now roar. We come around the bend once more. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. It's a whirlwind of emotion. Pick up your pen and catch that swirl of candy cacophony, of chaos and cosmos, of poetry juxtaposed, perpendicular prose. See, we're polyrhythmic, multisyllabic, tragic, nomadic, interdimensional beings of supreme sound and silence, of light, energy, and hesitation. So we arose to transpose, deconstruct, and decompose. Have you ever lost yourself in the heart of the art that you chose? Because we want justice. We want it now. There's just no time for clowning around. So gather your people and march in your town. Let them learn and turn you for something with meaning. We're seething from stardust to we must. Freedom now and forever. All right, let me switch mics. So that was experimental. The channels weren't fully locked in, so it was, you probably heard like it was incomplete essentially, right? It was missing one of the, like, the right channel, so there's more stereo to it. But for Zoom, it is what it is. We try and do our best, right? Week in and week out. Since April of 2020, we've been doing this, and yeah, doing music through Zoom is tough. So you're just gonna have to catch me do it live in person in El Paso. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe I can go visit your neck of the woods. Alrighty then. So as always, at these online mics, again, I do want to thank everyone who tuned in to be part of our YouTube live chat. People who checked it in. Again, if you are a EPCC student and you are here for the Tejano Passport program, you can just look me up through the EPCC directory. You can find my email. I do teach there. I'm an English teacher at Rio Grande campus. Shoot me a message. Let me know what you thought about the show. Who did you like? Who did you enjoy? Just let me know that you tuned in for a little bit. That's essentially what I'm asking you to write a little bit. And then I'll send you the appropriate information, the QR code, so you can get credit for attending. As always, like I said, we do have a closer, someone who often closes, and we've been doing this unique thing where it's a tandem thing, and I just recently saw Total Recall, the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I don't know why that's bringing images of what is the name again? I already forgot his name. All right, the leader, the rebel leader. Okay, Kit. Holding up our next performer. Let's go ahead and welcome to the stage Dan the Man. Oh, shoot, I forgot to do the Dan the Man song. All right, anyway, whatever. He doesn't like him anyway. So, Dan, take it away when you're ready.
Hey guys, how's everybody doing tonight? Still having Zoom problems on my phone. I'm expecting to get a new phone sometime this weekend because my birthday's coming, and I'm hoping to get a new phone for my throughout my birthday weekend. So, yeah. So hopefully my phone will be like a bad to the bone. Yeah, it's gonna sound like a different tone, even if it's in a time zone. So yeah, but I really need a new phone. Bad to the bone. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna read some of the piece. This is what I wrote 5 years ago. Yeah, so it needs to be updated. So it's like, what's going on in June? Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Well, I'm getting to my birthday. Yeah. So I'm getting to that most importantly. But it's also Pride Month in community. Pride Month. It is in real support and of the LGBT. It's a community front to support the LGBTQ community, and that is our supportive Q. And yeah, besides Pride Month, yeah, there's D-Day. Yeah, the D-Day in Normandy. Now it's marking 80 years. Well, yeah, 80 long years since the invasion of Normandy during World War II. Man, we can never forget that. 80 long years, 8 decades, man. And then we have Flag Day, where the way we say the national anthem and salute, well, kind of feels like 4th of July, but it's early. But so at least we're 2 weeks away till the 4th of July. You know what I mean? Yeah. And National Donut Day. Well, there's always Krispy Kreme or Dunkin' Donuts. Well, now you know me. Now I used to dig donuts a long time ago, but I can't eat that. Can't eat sugar because you know what? You know me. Yeah. Then there's Father's Day, the third Sunday. Yeah, Happy Father's Day was yesterday. So happy Father's Day to all the dads out there, especially my dad. Well, I thank him for his service, but may he rest in peace. Yeah, and especially Juneteenth. I didn't mention this one 5 years ago, but this time Juneteenth. It is the 19th day of the 6th month. Power to the people. Well, Juneteenth. It is June 19th. Yeah. All right. And also National Best Friends Day. Catherine, my buddy, Heather, Courtney, Chris, aka Dog, Kelly Bell, Karina, Anoop, also known as Scoop, UTEP Center number 6, Sarah Payton, Selena, Richard the Fox, Matt the Roadman, Corey, Jacob Bird, Cassie, my Paisan, Hannah, also known as Mama Care Bear, Manfred from Central Florida, and last but not least, Caitlin, also known as Ryder. Yeah, so 17. I think I might add one more for 18. I think I know who. So. But most importantly, my birthday, the 23rd day of the 6th month in the year 1983. I'll be the only one is important. The important one. Yeah, and I'll be 41. My birthstone, Alexandrite, and my sign, that's Cancer, the cardinal, and my birth flower, rose. I mentioned roses, son. I love the smell of roses in the morning. And just like Apocalypse Now, napalm, son. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Yeah. Man, we are already in June. By the end of June, we'll be halfway through the year. No fear. Looks like we're 6 months away for the new year, 2025. So, all right. So, yep, and that is the what's going on in June. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so my birthday is this coming Sunday. And, I'll explain a little. I'm gonna wear my Homer Simpson T-shirt, which I usually wear during my birthday. Yep, June 23rd, Sunday is coming. So, oh yeah, and don't forget, the day after Juneteenth will be the first day of the summer. Yep, the 3rd season. Yep, there's a hot one for a reason. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. I will have another update on probably on the day before or maybe on the day after my birthday. So we'll keep you guys posted. The updates come available. All right, guys, and yeah, I'm about 2 months away till my 10-year anniversary. I'm hoping to catch up, probably, but I might not reach 1,000. Well, by the time I get to my 10-year anniversary, so hopefully I'll get to 1,000 by the end of the year. We'll see. Yeah. Okay, guys. Don't forget next Sunday, my birthday, my 41st birthday. Yeah, the 23rd day. And according to She Daisy, 23 days. That's a song. Okay, guys. Again, just follow me on Instagram and catch my latest episodes of Dan the Bank Weekly on YouTube. And yeah. Okay, guys. I guess that is it for right now, but I'll see you guys the day after my birthday, next Monday. Hopefully I can have that new phone in tone. So it'll be a cooler zone. Yep. Yep. And I'm bad to the bone. That's my tone. Okay, guys.
All right.
Thanks so much, everybody. I'll see you the day after my birthday. The day after my, yeah. All right. Okay, thank you, Kit. Thanks again, Richie. Okay, Kit. Let's go ahead and tell Richie we're calling tonight. I'll see you guys later.
All right, we'll see you, Dan.
Thank you, Dan. Yeah, that was a long outro, man. You got a good, your long epic outros. Got it.
Please don't sue us, George Thorogood.
Yeah, we got some George Thorogood there to end it. You know, I was gonna do. I like to sing about the moon and the June and spring. I like to sing of me and you and a T for two. But you know, I like George Thorogood. They got that guitar riff. Can't go wrong with that. Yeah, thanks, Dan. Looking forward to your birthday and seeing you the day after. And again, thanks to everyone who joined in and read. As always, we are going to end the live stream, but we'll keep the room open if anyone wants to catch up or talk or run ideas by people or share any pieces, get some feedback. That's kind of what it's for. We do that every Monday after we go live. Just it's a hangout too. So if you guys need a vent, just hang out, talk about anything and everything. It gets wild sometimes. Sometimes it's pretty chill. Sometimes we just stare awkwardly at each other in silence. I'm not often though, but we'll be back next Monday. Again, no open mics in person this week. Next Tuesday, we will return to Mono Bar. So be ready for that. And then, of course, the last Thursday of the month, we are at Old Sheepdog Brewery. So the last one was outstanding. Come on through, and we'll see you guys around for the online open mic. My name is Rich. You can follow me Instagram, Deadwall Reveries. Follow the open mic, Barbed Wire Open Mic series. You can just type in Barbed Wire Open Mic, and we should show up. You might also see BWOMS, BWOMS. Hope everyone has a great week. See you guys next Monday for the live stream.